Hey guys, this is Connor at Conquest HP, and I'm coming to you from the nearly complete, pretty much complete Conquest Gym in Strathroy, Ontario. So pretty exciting times. This is kind of like the first full week that I've had the gym put together as it's going to eventually look. There are, of course, finer details and little equipment pieces and things that need to be added. Final touches, they always take the longest. But the big pieces are in place and the place is looking awesome and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I just love lifting here and training here. So I thought I'd talk about it a little bit and show you around. So I've got a nice bruise there. No one hit me as far as I'm aware, but I was playing around with my cupping set. I do occasionally use that for therapy. That's the suction cup thing. I'm sure you've seen some crazy pictures on Google or YouTube. But if you haven't, Google therapeutic cupping and look at the images because some crazy things come up. But anyways, I had some tension kind of through the temple, through the jaw on this side. I've had it for quite a while. I think it was part of something that came up or that happened when I was fighting competitively. But I thought, hey, what's the harm in trying out some cupping? I know that people do facial cupping. So I thought I'd give it a shot and see what's what. I actually gave myself a really, really light dosage. Like really light. Like essentially 5 minutes of intermittent cupping where I would put pressure in, take the pressure out right away. And when I got up and went to the mirror shortly thereafter, it was already bruised like this. So clearly I don't, that's what a lot of stuff with cupping is guesswork. Really, it's not something that's scientifically reliable or even proven to work on many things. But I do find that it helps me keep tight tissues loose, especially without digging into them with my own hands. So I do enjoy using it. Maybe not as much on my face because I didn't realize how much of a nice bruise it would give me. But that's okay because, yeah, make me stand out in the crowd a little bit, right? Anyways, I will give you a tour. I'm sitting in the gym as we speak. So here's the entrance. If you're coming in to train with me, maybe you should if you're anywhere in the area. Got a nice entrance here. So you'd come in around the side of the garage. I've got a nice gate going to the backyard there, but open through the side door. Get some decent natural light in here through this door too. So the gym is all behind me here. So as you come in, you've got this nice clear walkway straight behind me to the basement, where we have some more equipment, some more fun to be had down there. But when you first step in, here is kind of like the complete view that you're gonna get. Whoa, look at all that iron, right? So I've got to talk you through all these little developments that we've had. But nice insulated garage door, nice insulated walls, insulated attic space. Everything is freshly painted. That's a lot of square footage to paint, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. It's called Polar Bear, I think. Oh, Conquest HP sign up there because that's a sweet symbol. I had nothing to do with it apart from paying someone else to do it, so I'll take that much credit for it. It's a nice do-it-yourself bench that I put together out of 2x4s. Got a nice dark stain on it so that it stands out against the Polar Bear white on the walls. And the new carpet. So I put carpet in here. I'm going to mess up my terminology. It's a low pile commercial grade carpet. It's essentially the same carpet that powerlifting competitions in the International Powerlifting Federation are held on. So when you squat, bench, and deadlift in those competitions like I have and like I'm going to again, it's on carpet like this, which before I ever competed on it, I thought carpet. That sounds horrible. Why wouldn't someone use rubber mats for competition? But there's actually quite a bit of grip to be had in carpet, and it cleans up nicely when there's a lot of chalk on it. And actually it just looks a lot nicer. And actually I've got a mat in here for ab work, that kind of stuff, but I've been doing ab work and planks and push-ups and all kinds of things on the surface, and with the nice plywood subfloor underneath, it's actually pretty soft. It's actually pretty comfortable, but you can still deadlift pretty heavy on it. I've done some rack pulls over there. You've probably seen the videos, working up to 625 pounds. So the carpet is holding up nicely. So I got a nice half rack here. Can be adjusted for pull-ups, bench press, overhead press, whatever you want to do. Tons of weight on there. And I've got the full power rack and cage over here. This bar is good for 1,500 pounds, just in case you're really strong. But I can do pretty well anything on this rack. So got adjustable arms on the inside, clips on the inside and outside, nice pull-up bars. It's got a lat pull-down / tricep push-down attachment at the top. It's got a low pulley on the bottom. It's got attachments for bands if I want to use some band resistance. So tons of things you can do on here. Oh, and I've got a landmine attachment here too. So stick a barbell into the end of that, and then you can do all kinds of different rotational movements. You can do rows there. You can do overhead presses. The little extra stability kind of feels nice on the shoulders. Tons of open space over here. Ab work, conditioning circuits, burpees. Does anyone want to do burpees? I intend to keep this wall space here pretty open as well, because a lot of the gyms that you go to and training studios you go to, there won't be any open wall space. Like, you're looking for wall space and there's always a water fountain, or there's a piece of machinery there, or there's a poster there or something. And wall space is good. There's utility to wall space. It's good for practicing handstands, doing handstand push-ups. There's all kinds of things you can do there. So I think I'm going to keep that nice and open. I've got some eye bolts plugged into the, broke the camera's neck. So eye bolts plugged into the ceiling up here. So those are attached to 4 or 5 different rafters in the attic. Got another set up here. So they're not going anywhere. I don't know how much weight you could put on there, but it's more than enough to support my body weight, even if I'm bouncing around. Here I've got the heavy bag set up on this one. I think it's a 75-pound heavy bag, and up at the top, got a nice spring on it. So it's got a little bounce to it as well. Softens the impact a little bit so you can just wail on it without worrying about it. But yeah, I've got rings set up over there and the heavy bag set up over here, and they're both flexible. So by that I mean I can adjust the rings to any height I want. I can get rid of this heavy bag and use the attachments in the top for whatever I want. I can throw another set of rings there if I want to do that. What else is here? Deadlifting space everywhere, right? Everything's deadlifting space. Got a competition size bench press or bench for bench pressing. That was important. You know, it's mostly for me because I'm competing in powerlifting, but if you're going to buy a bench, why not buy a competition standard bench? Or build your own bench out of old 2x4s. So when you've looked around in here enough, boom, all the good stuff, then you go downstairs into the basement. Look at my skills with the camera, right? Growing every day. Downstairs into the basement. I call it a basement. It's not really a basement, but first door to the left, nice bathroom, amazing shower for the clients. It's got all kinds of jets and crazy attachments to it. It's like a spa. And here we've got a nice runway. So this is like a really durable plywood with some paint on top. So the sled will slide with a little bit more friction than if you're on turf, which is good because the friction is what gives you the workout and makes you stronger. So we chose to do this instead of turf. We've got about 25 feet of runway here, which is more than enough with the weight we have as well. You can use this for band walks, for walking lunges. agility drills, whatever you want. Over here, got some basic cardio equipment, kind of like an air assault-like bike and a rower. Just basic stuff. If you want to do some HIIT intervals, that kind of thing. Or just hang out there and watch a movie and do cardio for a long time. A little bit more open floor space rather. Got another half rack in here. Again with the lat pull down and then the low pulley attachment with a flat bench. So you got the band attachments, so you can do pretty well anything you can imagine there. Also the pull-up attachment at the top. Over here, we've got an incline bench, some tie pads, odds and ends, you can always play with the tie pads. And then a full dumbbell set up to 45 pounds. I didn't show you in the garage, but we have some adjustable dumbbell handles as well. That I don't know how much weight you could fit on there, but I'm pretty sure it's more weight than most people could use. So we got you covered that way. I got some music in here. Got the mace there. That's the 30-pound mace. I don't know where the 15-pound mace is, but that stuff is fun to play with. And then the Prowler sled, which is lots of fun. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's not that much fun, but it is an excellent conditioning tool. Upper body, full body, lower body, lots of ways to work with that. If you have injuries, it's kind of like a good strength and conditioning tool if you can't squat or deadlift heavy. So lots of fun there. Nice water cooler and some towels so that people can both hydrate and then sweat out that hydration right away. And that's the gym space. So it's nicely climate controlled. It's clean. A lot of the stuff is new. Most of the stuff is new. Got some nice natural light in here, which is good. Can't go wrong with that. It's a nicely finished space. I've already got some people throwing around some good weights and making some good gains in here. And I've also got the therapy table behind everything over there, which is easy to pop out and set up for a quick session and then kind of get back to the heavy work, because half the idea of having this place is being able to provide therapy and provide strength and rehab kind of all at once, because that's what people need a lot of the time. And it's good to have a one-stop shop for those services. So that's kind of the update. That's where we are right now. Got a few more finishing touches that are going to be a lot of fun, but I've got to put in some work before I can show you those. They're not ready yet. But anyways, that's the tour. That's my Bruise. Have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you want to get in for a workout, then definitely leave me a comment or message me wherever you're seeing this, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and yeah, talk soon.